Hello, crafty friends. Today is Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. Welcome to Stamp and Create with Beth. I'm Beth Roy, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm just going to give it a few minutes. I'm live on Facebook, so if you're watching the replay on Facebook, say hello. If you're watching over on YouTube, please comment there as well. I'm just going to bring up my video so I can see who's watching with us and commenting along. Good morning, Joan. So, Stampin' Up! Has had an exciting launch. The September to December 2025 mini catalog just went live last week. There's tons of goodies in there. And we also had some exclusive online products come out as well. So if you've been watching for a little while, you've noticed that our product releases are changing a little bit. So we still have an annual catalog and 2 mini catalogs throughout the year. But we also have online exclusive products. And so every other month, we get some new online exclusive products. So we just had a new batch in September. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the products that are catching my eye. And I'd love to hear in the comments what is catching yours. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in right away. If you want to view any of these products and you don't have a catalog or have seen the online exclusives PDF, you can see these things in my store at bethroy.stampinup.net, and you just click on that shop now and you're going to go to my Stampin' Up! Store. So I always like to look at the front of the catalog. Anyone else? I love catalogs. The Stampin' Up! Catalog is packed with ideas and ways that the products have been used by the design teams. And I really love the covers. The covers usually get me pretty excited about what's going to be inside. And I like to see the colors they use and just the overall products. So this cover is showing one of the new suites, and we will get there. I only have 2 spots marked in my catalog. I don't normally mark my minis like I do my annual catalogs, but I do have a couple things that I like to, I just want to be able to flip to. So I just use they're like post-it tabs or whatever. So if you like to mark your catalog, then you can do that as well. Good morning, Christy. So let's jump right in. When you first open the catalog, there is a table of contents, and it is divided by how you craft. So that is something new that Stampin' Up! Came out with last year. And it is easier depending on what level you want to craft. So step by step are kits and scrapbooking workshop kits. I do have one scrapbooking workshop kit. I bought it a while ago when we had some training and were able to buy the product early. I do want all of them though. And then we have what is called quick and easy options. Those are like ephemera packs, different mix and match things, memory and more, card bases, note cards, that kind of thing. And then we have creativity your way. So those are our suite collections. I'm going to show you those. They are suites of products that you can buy all together, or you can mix and match and buy the pieces. And we also have now scrapbooking from scratch. So those are paper packs that have stickers and some stamp sets that coordinate. So, and we always have a little message from Sarah, our CEO, and I always love reading kind of her message to us. So if you like that, I love that that's part of the catalog. Joan, you've ordered designer series paper. I actually have a paper share. I ordered all the designer series papers, and it is on its way. So I don't have all the papers today. I was hoping to have it in, but it didn't get here in time. So I'm just going to show you what I have. Oh, thank you for the love. So I want to point this out because Stampin' Up! Has a stamp set or a product that they include in our Making a Difference section. And this time around, it's a stamp set, and it's called Love and Courage. So it has 8 cling stamps. So that's the red rubber stamps. And for every stamp set sold, $3 is donated to the breast cancer organizations. So that's a big deal. If that is a cause that really speaks to you, you're going to want to grab this stamp set, and that helps contribute to the cause. And it says, for ways to take care of those affected by breast cancer, you can visit Stampin' Up's blog. So that's blog.stampinup.com, and there are things there. So, okay, so it's the season of giving, occasions to give. Grandparents' Day, which I'm not sure if that's occurred yet. I think it's in October. I'm not sure. I haven't looked up the date. National Coffee Day. Hello. I love coffee. So I like to celebrate that day. Good morning, Vicki. Teacher's Day. Now, I'm not sure what Teacher's Day is. Here in the U.S., we do Teacher's Appreciation in May, but I also like to give teachers gifts all year long. At the beginning of the school year, I did a little drink treat, and I delivered drinks to the teachers, my son's teachers, and some of my favorites that he's had in the past. Seasonal fundraisers. So if you would like to do a fundraiser, contact me. I'd be happy to do something with you. Thanksgiving. So as people gather for Thanksgiving, maybe you like to give little treats or little gifts to your guests. Maybe you host. Maybe you want to make like a table decor. National Neighbor Day. Hanukkah, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. So those are just some ideas. I love that that was included. So you jump right into the step-by-step, and it shows we have kits that look like this. Good morning, Debbie. Thanks for sharing. And these kits are online, so you can see all the components of those kits. 2 were just released. I actually have this one. Let me grab it. This one I can't wait to get. I don't have it yet. So let me just bring over this box because I forgot to grab it. So I love this. So our kits come in these little brown boxes. And this one is a decor kit. So I have not dug into it yet, but you can see it comes like this. And I like to show this so that you know what you're getting. And it makes this beautiful leaf garland. I love this. I can't wait to break this open. Comment in the section if you would like to see me do this live. Okay, we had an Advent one that I did a couple years ago, and I did a video on it, and I loved it. And I used a grapevine tree, and I wrapped it around it. So, and it was like a tabletop tree. So let me know if you'd like to see this live. It has all these pre-printed leaves that are die cut and you just pop out. So I'm excited to give this a go. And so this just gives you a sneak peek. Now, this kit is out. You can buy this. This is it is not a stamping kit. Everything is pre-printed for you, and you just assemble it. So I love that. This is great for beginners, or if you just like to make a set of quick cards, this is great for all level of crafters. Now, this tagged set that you see, it will be coming, and this kit will be coming. So these are not out yet. They're just little sneak peeks, okay? So we get into the scrapbooking workshop kits. I love these. So if you're just getting back into scrapbooking, these are great. They have all the instructions for you, a cutting guide, everything's mapped out for you, and you get all of these components in your kit. So you get exclusive die cuts just for the scrapbooking kit. You get stickers, which you can get in that Scrapbooking by Scratch. You can get the designer series paper with these stickers, and it has an assortment of two-tone cardstock. So I love that cardstock. If you've been crafting with me for any amount of time, I have loved that since that has come out. That was a product that came from close to my heart when Stampin' Up acquired close to my heart. And I love that we kept it. It is one of my favorites. So this is on my list. I have not bought very much Christmas yet. So this is on my list, and let me know in the comments too if you would like to see some of these kits in action. Now, I did a kit before, and it did take me a while because, well, I'm still learning. I'm getting back into scrapbooking, but I do love these kits. So this one I do have. It is called Peaceful Days, and let me show you what comes in it, because you may want to get this, and I've seen people revamping them, you know, changing up the design. If you're a seasoned scrapbooker, you may want to change a few things, and that's okay. The kit is still a great starting point. So you get colored instructions. I love these. There's always an optional featured technique. So this is the technique for this scrapbooking kit, is adding texture and depth with embossing folders. Now, I do not have the embossing folder that it used, but I will show it to you in the catalog. It is pretty. It is just not something I have bought yet. It's on my list. So I love, it shows you there's 6 pages, so they're 2-page spreads, and these could actually be used independently of each other. And then you have your getting started, and it shows you all the cutting for all the pages, all the pieces, and it shows you front and back. It's very detailed. I did a video on how to read the cutting guides in my group, Stampin' Create with Beth group. So if you're over in that group, you can always watch that. I will warn you, it is a long video. I go through a lot. I'm learning a lot. And I think as I do this more and more, I will get better at it. But it shows you all the cutting, even the two-toned paper. It tells you the dark and light side, what colors you're using, and what cuts you need to make. You label the cuts. So 3M would be for project 3, and they're lettered A through whatever. Depends on how many pieces it has. Then it tells you how to prepare your page, and here's that embossing folder. So it tells you to emboss a piece, and then it tells you how to layer that. And then down here it tells you how to assemble it. So this is project 1. The left page, it tells you how to layer everything. It has measurements, everything. It has everything you need. And then it goes through the right page, and then the project 2, left and right, project 3, left and right. So let me show you really quick what these look like. So you get photo placement. So if you don't have your photos and you want to do the pages, you just put this down where a picture goes, and then you can replace that with your picture or use it as a mat. So there's paper that comes in here. Some of it's two-sided, and it might be different than the designer series paper pack, okay? And I'll show you the paper pack and you can see. I love this paper. I love the colors used in it. You get 2 pieces of this. This is the other side. And I've used this paper already for a card. Very beautiful. This is Secret Sea and Cloud cover. I love this plaid. Okay, so those are the designer series papers. And then here's the two-toned, or actually, I'm sorry, this is Specialty Designer Series paper. This must be a background. So you do have some exclusive Designer Series paper, and they're one-sided. So they're not too double like our normal Designer Series paper. Now this is the two-toned. So here's our two-toned paper that comes with this kit. Isn't it gorgeous? I love the cloud cover and the secret sea with all these browns. So this is crumb cake and pecan pie, and you usually have leftovers. So here are die cuts. You can see the titles, journaling boxes, some doves, these huge textured circles, and I love these trees. I was really hoping for a stamp set with that, but we did not have one. But we do have, this is the sticker pack. So if you, I will show you in the catalog, but if you want the Designer Series paper, you can opt to get it with the sticker sheet. And so there's some hearts, there's some different leaves, little tabs. I love this. So that's what you get in the kit. So if you have any questions about the scrapbooking kits, feel free to message me. I do think these are a great value. Even if you decide to revamp it a little bit, you can add some inks. It tells you right on the front what supplies you will need. So if there's any stamping, it'll tell you. It says to use Stampin' Seal, Stampin' Dimensionals, liquid glue, trimmer, this kit. The optional is that Peaceful Greenery embossing folder, which I will show you when we get to this suite, and your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine because you're embossing something. So that's always fun, right? So, and it'll tell you the featured technique and the coordinating colors. So let's go back to this one. The featured technique is adding accents with ink and Wink of Stella. So, oh, you guys know I love Wink of Stella. So, okay. So moving on, we quickly get to the quick and easy options. These are on my list. These are gorgeous. This is a Memories of More card pack. It's called Joyful Days, and these are all pre-printed, and you could make scrapbooking pages with it. You could use it in the albums that we have, the mini albums that you tuck in the cards and your pictures. It has some journaling pieces, or you can make cards out of it. So this is just gorgeous. I have seen someone else that got it, and I really like this. This is on my list to get soon. Okay, so our mix and match, we have some new ephemera packs. These are all greetings that are gold foiled. So this would be great. It has lots of Christmas greetings. You can get the mix and match cards. They're a plaid, and it shows you over here how they've used those. And this is a paper pack that has some things you can cut apart, some different pre-designed pages if you want to use it for scrapbooking. And it also has pre-cut embellishments here, or I'm sorry, die cuts that you can use to embellish scrapbook pages or cards. So I do want to point this out. So on this page, you see a few card designs, you see some templates for tags, and you see some scrapbooking page templates. These are great to get you started, to look at how you might want to do things. And these little circles and different things can be embellishment clusters. They don't have to be a circle. They could be a sprig or a branch or a fall leaf or whatever you want it to be. And you're just layering those items. So I love this new thing that they've been including to help kind of spark your imagination when you might be stuck, or maybe you just want to do something different. Okay, so oops, I skipped a page. I love some of these little stamp sets that we're coming out with. These are just standalone stamp sets. I love this very large Merry Christmas. So I think this would be great for scrapbooking and simple cards. Here you see they have just stamped it on a piece of Designer Series paper and added some little embellishments. And these are from a suite back here. I'm going to show you. So lots of ideas on this page. Okay, so that's what the catalog is for. Lots of ideas. We've got some cute stamps. This is a Build a Flower stamp. And we have some cute holiday stamps over here. This one's on my list for sure. If you guys like scenes, this would work very well with the scene stamps we've had in the past, like Snowfront and Waterfront. I love those sets, and so this will definitely be going into my collection. And I like these too. I'm going to draw your attention to this set. This is a photopolymer word set, but it has different fonts. So it says "Wishing You Joy" in 3 fonts. "May Your Christmas Be Bright," and they're in 3 fonts. "Noel," "Sending You Cheer." So this is a wonderful addition to your collection. All right, you guys ready for the sweets? Raise your hand in the comments if you love buying sweets that have all the products together. I'm raising my hand if you can't see me. Okay, so this is called Traditions of Christmas. I will be doing a class on a gift box. Okay, that will be coming soon. And I'm going to show you how to make a divided box like this. But I just love all the inspiration here. And I love that it gives us a little peek at the color combo. So let's jump in. This is a mega suite. It has 2 bundles. And this is just some words and some label dies. And then this is the greenery. So it has a couple different flowers. And then I love this. These dies are very large. They're beautiful. There is a wreath embossing folder. And I believe it's 6 by 6. Yes. So it's a very large embossing folder. And then this was the little embellishments that were on that Christmas card. These are sparkling sequins, and they are adhesive backed. So really cute. They're flat. So nice to add to your card and add a little sparkle. Probably my favorite thing is the paper. I'm going to show you that paper. Let me dig it out here. So this is gorgeous. Now this is a specialty paper. Excuse me. Because it has some gold foil, so you can see it. It'll pick up in the light, but it has these beautiful poinsettias. They're red and pink with some different greenery. I love the colors. So let me show you. Oh, I think I must have already used this piece for something. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I love that the back is just a geometric design. This has like some little circles. It looks like those eyelet things. I don't know if you guys remember the circles, little sticker circles we used to put on our punched holes. That's what it reminds me of. But I love the repeating pattern. And this is great for all year, not just Christmas or winter. Let's see. I love, 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 love this. And this also works with the die that goes with that Christmas greenery stamp set. And then we have a fun green stripe that has some dots on it too. Look at this paper. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I just love all the colors. I can't wait to make Christmas cards with this. And this is the scrapbooking workshop kit is also in this Traditions of Christmas. So I love this. This is a red polka dot, and I think the dots, I want to say they're like a pink, but they're just beautiful. You guys know I love polka dots. Again, another gorgeous piece of paper here. And here's the back side of it. I love this stripe. It's Secret Sea, and it looks like a cloud cover, but it's just so subtle. It's very pretty. Again, could be used all year long. And then this one's really busy, but I love it. The gold foiling really helps break up those flowers, and you could cut it apart. And then it has a green check on the back. And then I think this might be my favorite piece. And I think it's because it has the Secret Sea background, and so everything just looks like it's popping off the page. And then the back side is this really pretty plaid. Again, this doesn't have to be for Christmas. It can be all year long. So that is the paper pack. I absolutely love it. Let me know what you think about that paper. Is it on your list? I'm just kind of laying things to the side. So there is a ribbon that's in this suite. It's a shiny red. It's very pretty. And I'm going to show you a way that they used it later on in the catalog to give you an idea of how you could stretch your ribbon. So if you want the whole suite, you can order the suite, or you can order bits and pieces just like I did. Okay. But I love that there's lots of pages here with ideas. So there's ideas for the embossing folder. This is a very large card, or it could be a scrapbook page, part of a scrapbook page with this. And it shows you a technique here of embossing and then adding some watercolor wash over the raised parts. So they just used a water painter, which just came back in stock. And they've used their ink from their ink pad and watered it down a little bit and then applied that to the layer. So isn't that cool? I love all the techniques. So if you look through the catalog, you're going to see lots of techniques. Here they've used the watercolor pencils with a blender pen to add color. That's how they made the layer for their card. And of course, this stamp is a two-step stamp. So it has an outline stamp, and then it has a filler stamp. So this has an outline stamp, and then a stamp that does the flowers. And then we get into even more ideas, and I love this. So they give you an idea here. So you can learn to make this specific box by scanning the code in your catalog, and it's going to take you to a video on how to make that. This shows you that the paper works with the dies, so you can die cut those pieces and put them in your little box and make something for people to tags or bits and pieces to maybe assemble a card kit. But I just love this. I love all the ideas that it's showing you. So that is going to be a huge suite. The next one is North Pole delivery. I think this is so cute. I love the colors and the critters. So you have a bear, you have a couple different dogs. This dog thinks he's a reindeer. He's dressed up as a reindeer. Or no, I'm sorry, that's a cat. I apologize. That's a cat dressed as a reindeer. But this paper pack is really fun because it's very busy, but you can break it apart and cut apart the images. And it also has 2 sheets of die cuts. And I will tell you, this die set makes these cute little boxes like this. And I have seen this in action, and it's really cute. This little piece tucks through an opening so it's held shut, and these are adorable. I think they will be great for all seasons that you want to give gifts. It has 3 different pieces. It has a circle piece, and then it has a heart and a star. So lots of occasions to use this fun die. Okay, here we are to the Peaceful Garden Suite. The only thing I got this, well, I'm sorry, I got 2 things. I have the ribbon. So this is the ribbon, Misty Moonlight Silver Edged Ribbon. I haven't used it yet, but isn't that pretty? I just can't wait. I've been trying to think of how I want to use this. And I'm going to show you this designer series paper. It's very much like the paper that's in the scrapbooking kit, but there are more patterns. You can get the stamp set, and then it has some coordinating dies. The dies do have doves, and then it has these 2 label dies, and they actually work to layer with the embossing folder. So this is the embossing folder that was used on the scrapbooking workshop kit. It's a tongue twister. And this is how that looks, and then you can layer this die. So it's not a hybrid, it doesn't work together, but they coordinate after you have die cut your greeting, or you could use a patterned piece there. So I love all these ideas in this little set of cards. Let me pull out the paper. I love this. I've used this a ton already. You can see my scraps in here. So let me pull out my pieces here. I love this large floral print. The colors are just so pretty. And then the back side is this little star or snowflake. I love the plaid is also one of my favorites, and this dove sheet. So I did not get this stamp set, but I'm going to show you a stamp set that I have used with this paper that I think if you have in your stash, you may want to pair with it as well. And the stamp set that the bundle that comes with this, that you can get with this, is a great enhancer to that other stamp set that you may already own. You can see this dove paper, and I love this leaf. And this, I like the bee patterns that they will go with lots of things. This is very fun, very wintry feeling. Let's see. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I've cut into it, so I wanted to make sure I showed you all the pieces. So I love this. Let me show you how I've used some of this paper. So this is just a card using the designer series paper, and I stamped a greeting. So if you have the Dove of Hope set in your stash, you may want to pair this with this set as well. And like I said, this stamp set, these would still work very well together. You may love some of these greetings. It does have a bigger piece on earth with a different font. There's a sympathy stamp, heartfelt prayers, love, peace, love, and joy. I love that saying, and I like that it's a different font. So I do have these, and I like that I can build a larger dove to go with this. So if you have this in your stash, this pairs very well. And so on this card, I used that piece on earth that I had. And then I used greet the inside saying for the inside. And I did a little fun technique here where I drug my paper on my Secret Sea ink pad to add a little color on the edge. My next 2 cards, I did a technique video for how I did this winter scene. But this, I used my designer series paper, and I just created 2 different scenes. And these are the low profile sparkle dots, and they're in Secret Sea, so it goes really well with this paper as well. And I used some retired sets on this. This is Peaceful Evergreen and Itty Bitty Christmas, and this was actually a paper pumpkin. So use some things that you have and have fun pairing those things and extending your products. Thank you. All right, so again, this is a beautiful suite. I love the ribbon, and I love all of these ideas. So there's that embossing folder close up, and isn't it gorgeous? So you can see some different ways to use this stamp set as well. All right, Lights of Aurora. This suite collection is beautiful. I love seeing the Aurora lights. I have not seen them in person where they're very vibrant. They have been seen in Ohio a few times, but they don't look like this, or they haven't where I have been. But this is so pretty. I'm really excited about these dies. So they are on my list to get. And I'm curious, let me know what you think about this. I love scene builders, and so I think I could use these dies quite a bit. And the paper is very pretty. You're going to see on the next page kind of their inspiration for making this. Over here you see you can use the pastels and draw on dark paper and really get this cool effect. And then you can also make things with just the dies. All right, you guys, are you ready? This is one of my favorite suites, the Autumn Toile. I love the colors. They're just a traditional fall color scheme, and it is a mega suite. So there's quite a bit of product as part of this suite. And I'm excited to show you. So if you watched my Facebook Live last Saturday, you know that I did a one-sheet wonder with it. So let me show you. I literally just got this in. My order came yesterday. I haven't even had time to put this together. But I love this. So this is a red rubber. It comes like this, and you will put the stickers on. This catalog is the last catalog that will have red rubber stamps. They're called Cling. Those are phasing out due to the material getting hard to find. So I will have to put these together, but look at this large tree. It is quite large. I love it. And I like all these little pieces. So again, if you like to stamp scenes, I like to collect all these little different stamps, different rocks. I like that this has some variety, and it has a little stag here. And then the dies have some unique things with it here. Let me open this. This is a big set. So, so you can cut out these. This has a cutout. We also have like a little, it's just the tree with just the branches. This is like if you want to layer this and add some really pops of fall color in there. So this large tree cuts out this stamped outline, or it has a layering die where you can really just do some fun die cuts. And then we have this mama deer and the baby deer. And there's no stamp that goes with this, but you can die cut this and add color. So I love these. This feels like a very great set. I can't wait to play with this tree. So let me show you this really quick. Hopefully you can see it well. So when you're looking in the catalog and you see a set like this and they have images that are highlighted, that means there is a die that works with that stamp. So just in case you're wondering, that helps you see what the dies do. And I also have this one. Now I used this one over the weekend on my cards. I love this. This is also a cling, which is a red rubber. So it has lots of detail. I really have enjoyed coloring this, and it has a very fun layering die that's just leaves. So those go, and let's see, I also have these. Aren't these pretty? I just got these again in my order yesterday, so haven't had time to use them or play with them. But these are called streaked dots. So can you guys see that? It almost looks like an amber, you know, like those desk weights we used to, I don't know, maybe I'm aging myself there, but it would be amber. It would have things in it, and this kind of reminds me of it. So that they're all a little different. You can see that one's darker. They all just have like a swirled effect, and I just love these, but I think these would work great for lots of different cards, especially masculine cards. It just has that leather, masculine feel to it. Or at least I think it does. Hey, Mary Jo! So I'm going to tuck that back in. Now, I do not have this metallic yet. This is called an earthen toned metallic. So it has kind of a coppery brown color. It is very pretty. And then we come to the toile paper. So this is called Autumn Toile, and it's gorgeous. You're going to want to make sure you want to get some of this. There are only 4 different two-sided patterns, so you get 3 of each sheet, and I love this. This might be one of my favorites, this and the pumpkin. So the back side is very neutral. There's a pheasant toile. I love this. This is great for outdoorsy cards. Anybody that loves being outside. I love seeing birds, so I like the pheasant paper. We have a pumpkin patch. Has some different pumpkins, some fall leaves. The other side is a diamond pattern. And I love that they're kind of muted, so these can go with lots of different things. Then we have this very vibrant fox in Cajun Craze. And look at this toile. It's just so gorgeous. The fox in different positions. And then we have a stripe. So I just really love this paper. Let me show you my cards. So here's this one. And I have used another stamp set with this. Let me show you this one. This is an online exclusive. So I know I'm not to my online exclusive document yet, but this is called Gathering Moments. And this is another suite, but it's online only. And the only components I have of it so far are the linen thread, which is Old Olive and Early Espresso, and the bundle, the stamp set, and the dies. But I love the greetings and the font in this, and I really love these dies. So let me go ahead and show you that stuff as well. So I made this set of cards, and I showed you the template. I'm going to show you where it's at in the book again. But look, you can do all kinds of things to this paper and make it really fun. So that was my pheasant paper. Here are my pumpkins. And I mixed in that Gathering Moments. It goes really well with this suite as well. The colors are a little bit different between the paper packs, but you can use whatever stamps you want. Oops, that is not part of my... So here is that layering piece. So you can make really simple cards. You can make layered cards. And they're really fun. Now here's another card that I pulled in, and this is using that Gathering Moments, which is an online exclusive, and I used the leaf die to create a die cut for my scene, and I used the Retired Scenic Pumpkin Patch. It's still in my stash, and I love it. I like stamping pumpkins for fall cards, and Thankful for You. So that could be, you know, a great front for whatever kind of card you want to send. And then I brought in my Timeless Plaid, and it had this gray granite plaid that just worked really well to help kind of tone that down and anchor it. And then I used some two-toned Cajun Craze. Now this is the same card layout that I used in my One Sheet Wonder. So there's a little different way that you can use the die. I love it. Love all my cards. Look how many fall cards I have ready to go. Okay, so let me pull this document up somewhere. There it is. So if you need this, if you would like the PDF, let me know. I'll send it over to you. But when the very first suite that's on my sheet is this Gathering Together suite. So the paper is called Gathering Together. I forgot to write down the colors, but it is a specialty paper. So it has some gold foiling on the leaf pattern sides. It's hard to see, I know, on this document. So you can always check those out in my online store. And this is the stamp set and dies. There is a leaf embossing folder, and it looks like this pattern right here. It's very similar to the pattern that is part of the fall toile or the autumn toile. It does have some Cajun Craze and gold dots. Those are beautiful. They're speckled, and then it has the twine. So I do want to point that one out along with this one because they work so well together. So you see lots of ideas here. This is the One Sheet Wonder idea, and here are the 6 cards, and they all have different techniques. So I will link my video in the comments here when we're done, in case you missed that and you want to see me go over this and how I made my cards. Stampin' Up! Is going to show us how to make these framed boxes. I can't wait. I think this is really cool. So I will pass that on as well as soon as I know how to do it. So raise your hand in the comments if you love this mega suite, the autumn toile. I love it. I love the paper. Tiger Eye Jewels. Yes. So those, streaked dots look like tiger eye jewels. Yes, they're very pretty. Fall is my favorite as well. Okay, this is my next page I have tabbed is the scrapbooking from scratch. So I do want to point these out because they are great values. And I am really starting to love these stamp sets that have larger words. So I've collected a few. This one has a large Christmas. You can see over here how they created a collage of the words and then stamped it on the background. There's that patterned paper I love. And it has some techniques packed in here. So this uses the die from the suite, and it shows you how they made these leaves with designer series paper and two-toned paper. But when you look at this, they have a pack of two-tone cardstock that you can get that's mixed, that coordinates with this. And here is that designer series paper, but it's the specialty pack with the sticker sheet. So if you like to use the stickers, you can get the designer series paper with the stickers. And then we have this fun stamp set that you can add on. They're all separate. You can get whatever works for you. Then we have the Peaceful Days. So here's that designer series paper with that sticker sheet, and then this really pretty stamp set. It has a decorative bird. It has a little tab, and these are things that you could cut out, fussy cut if you wanted, or you could use these to stamp on your scrapbook page layer and create some texture and depth. And if you just want the variety of two-tone that goes with your scrapbooking, the paper you want to scrapbook with, these are great to just grab a little sampling of that. All right, guys, we are to the bundles. So we do have some cute bundles that are coming. We have this little squirrel that has a matching punch. This one's really caught my eye. It's called the Branching Out Bundle. And you'll notice these really work independently of each other, but they do coordinate a little bit. All of these dies are independent. And then there's this branch that you can stamp with, excuse me, the little pine needles and berries. And so I really like things like that. But you can also get the dies. I like this shape. It has kind of the, I don't know what you would even call that. It has the corner where the corner is rounded in. So I really like those nesting dies, and they are stitched. So very pretty. Something else I want to show you. We have some new word dies. And if you like to use these on cards to make quick cards, these are a great addition. And you can use adhesive sheets on the back of your cardstock so you're not trying to glue all those little tiny pieces. There are some words for the season, and there is a die in here that matches a few of the things. But I like that it has inside like phrases. There we go. So it says, have a spooktacular Halloween. Let's toast to yesterday's achievements and tomorrow's bright future. May your holiday season be filled with joy and happiness. So incredibly grateful for all my blessings, especially you. And may the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart. So there's certain inside phrases in that set as well. Now, if you buy, I want to point this out really quick. Here's the bundle. So you see it here highlighted. If you buy both items at the same time with the bundle number, you save 10%. Okay. If you buy them separately, then that doesn't count, and you won't get the discount. So make sure that you are searching for the bundle if you're wanting the bundle. Oh, okay. This is on my list. Raise your hand if this is on your list. Snowy Delights. I love this. This isn't a new thing. Usually we get decorative masks with flowers. So this one's a snowflake, and I love this. It has 4 masks. They are numbered so that you know what order to use them in, but I think you could use them by themselves as well. Now this large snowflake does have a die, and then you have some layering pieces where you could layer up a snowflake, and then it has a negative snow die, and then this little label goes with some of the sayings. So I love the font in this, and I just think this is really pretty. So this is on my list. Don't forget, if you want this whole bundle, you're going to want to order with the bundle number. The bundle comes with the stamp set, the masks, and the dies. Okay. My next thing on my list is our little gingerbread man here. And I think you could adjust it to make it a little gingerbread girl if you wanted, with some paper and some just creative cutting. There we go. I think you could make a little skirt to go on her. But this die is really cute. It makes a folded gingerbread. So you could use that as a tag. You could use it as a fun feature on your card that opens up. So I really like this. We've had some gingerbread things in the past, and I didn't collect those. So this is on my list now. And I love all the little candies too. So these are dies that layer. We have, this is, these are standalone, or actually, yes, this one's a standalone stamp set. It has just a little variety of things for the holiday season. And then we have some decorative dots. So if you like sparkly things, this is definitely going to be on your list. The colors are Timid Tiger, Shaded Spruce, and Real Red. So really fun. You could use them for fall. You could use some of them for Christmas, or just, they would be really cute with this gingerbread as well, just to make all the candies look yummy. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? We have a sweater stamp. This is called a reversible stamp. So one side stamps the detail, one side stamps a solid image. They don't always match up, but you could use this one on this sock, and same with the mitts. So that's cute if you like little hat and mittens. And we have this new die set. It says tag, and then it has some layering decorative pieces like here and here. This is the striped one layered. And look, this is the little critter from that North Pole. Is that what it was called? North Pole Delivery. Yes, North Pole Delivery. And I know I missed it. There was a way that they used, oh, there it is. There's my other thing. So see that red ribbon from the Traditions of Christmas? They've cut it into strips to use on this card. So it's a wide ribbon and they've cut it down. So that just letting you know that there's other ways. There's little tidbits if you look in all these little samples that you can see. Now this really caught my eye because it is all holiday sayings. This is a hybrid embossing folder. So it's an embossing folder that comes with a die that cuts out all of the words. So you can use the die or the embossing folder like this and make a background with just all these cute little Christmas and holiday sayings. Or you can use the die to cut these out, and then you can add color. So you can use markers, you can watercolor it, you can use daubers. This is gold foil paper. And so you see that right here. And that's paired with that beautiful Traditions of Christmas red poinsettia paper. So this is great if you like to kind of have a bunch of different sayings. You can also ink your embossing folder, then emboss it and die cut it at the same time, and they come out. We've had a couple of these, but this one is on my list. I love all these little sayings. Really fun. So continuing on, we have a couple of standalone sets. And you'll see lots of tips in here. Here's a tip. You can color with the Stampin' Blend. You can color our embellishments and make them match your projects. I do want to point this one out. This is a $1 million stamp set. Stampin' Up! Rewards us when we sell $1 million over our career, and you get to help design a stamp set. So this is Sharon Armstrong's set, and it has this big happy with a beach scene on it, and then it has all these little sayings that go with it. Now this is a large background stamp, but it comes apart. So you can stamp bits and pieces, or you can stamp it all as one. Now, let me show you. I have a few more things. This is in the online exclusives. I have this paper so far, and I want to show you this. It is gorgeous. But if you did the virtual album retreat, you may have noticed some of the patterns in this paper. So this is called Modern Christmas. It has some large gold hoops, black and white. So it has a black and gold and a white and gold baker's twine, and it does have a bundle. It has, it's called Ornamental Christmas, and so they look like ornaments, but I love this paper. So this pattern on top was in the scrapbooking retreat. And then the back side is this gold foiled ornaments. Isn't that pretty? So you could cut these out. It's very pretty. It has a black and white polka dot. I'll be using this a ton. And then this side is so pretty. It has the different trees, and they all have gold foiling. Isn't that pretty? This is fun. I like this pattern. It's really just kind of fun scribbles. I think I could use that for a lot of different cards. And then, if I can get my fingers working here, it has this really cool pattern on the other side with circles, and it makes it look like a diamond with the way they have the foiling offset. This pattern was also in our virtual album retreat. So I love that we kind of got some things ahead. Then there's this gold stripe, very bold paper. And then I love this word. Let me slide this down. So this just says fa la 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 on one side, and the other side is mistletoe, I believe, with some gold, excuse me, gold berries. And then we have some black and white trees. I just think this paper is stunning. And then some gold stars. So lots of ways you could use this. And some of these patterns definitely go way beyond Christmas. The other set, this set's on my list. I know it's hard to see, and I do apologize for that. This is called the Elegant Pine Snowflake Suite. I do not have this yet, and the paper's on the way, but this is very unique. It looks like pine boughs, and they're different, kind of different textures and different types. And you build a snowflake out of it. So I think it's so cool. I can't wait to get this and play with it. I think it's going to be a really unique set. There's some faceted snowflake gems and this shaded spruce and gold ribbon. It's very wide ribbon. You can see from the picture of the suite. So you can look at these up close and all these really cool dies in the stamp set in my store. But this is definitely on my list. And then we have some bundles. So if you're into fall, this Beautiful Pumpkins bundle, it's a 2-step stamp, and it is very pretty. I think this set would go really cute with the gingerbread as well, the homemade treats. We have some Snowflake Kisses bundle. And let's see, we have, so these are some other bundles we have. This is the Pet Love bundle. It has like a handkerchief or a scarf for your dog and a little collar. We have Festive Friends bundle. So it has an elf, a Santa, and a snowman, and it has some dies that work with it. This little tree die, a tag. And then I really like this set as well. It shows it as a shaker card, but it has some different trees, and this die works with one of the trees. And then you can buy everything separate. Let me see, which way am I going? Oh, there's another bundle. So we have a new punch. It's called a Sleigh Design Punch. And it's just, I don't know what shape you call that. It's like a rectangle with one side is rounded. So you can buy all those pieces separate. There's also some Silent Snowfall Specialty Designer Series paper. So that may be on your list. You can see it. It's hard to see on the printout, but you can see that in my online store. And then here are some other pieces. We have a big background stamp. You can make, with that tree die, you can make a shaker dome. And then we have some new scrapbooking stuff. This goes with the Charming Day. I think it was called Floral Charm Suite. So that is what this is. And this is the stamp set. And then we have Sweet Halloween. And we have a Halloween scrapbooking kit, workshop kit. And those coordinate with some things that came out previously. And we have some new shaker bits and seasonal velvet. So it is, I think it's shaded spruce and cherry cobbler and white. So those things may be on your list as well. Again, you can see the online exclusives in my online store. You can see all the up close pictures. They're all pretty. So many things to choose from. So I would love to hear from you and see which products caught your eye. Let me know in the comments. And that's all I have today. So thank you for joining me and letting me talk about some of the products that caught my eye and what I plan to add to my stash. I hope you've enjoyed it. Everyone take care. I will see you soon again for another live video. Bye.